I remember the first time I saw Iron Man cruise through the skies in his first movie, and as cliche as it sounds, I really wish that I could have a suit like that. As it turns out, flying around like the eccentric billionaire himself may not be that much of a fever dream, since even 17th century men could explain how he flew. One 17th century man actually, back again, Sir Isaac Newton. I know. People in the 17th century didn't even have light bulbs. Where would they get one jetpack? But trust me, the reason he could explain jetpacks and jet boots is that they all work in the same way, a way characterized by none other than his very law, the one you may know as Newton's third law of motion. So what exactly is Newton's third law of motion? And where does Iron Man get into the picture from? Newton's third law can be expressed in very simple terms. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Still confused? Don't worry. Just imagine that you're on a skateboard and you are about to start moving. What do? You put one foot on the ground, right? Then what do? You push your foot backward, but the skateboard moves forward. What? Cool, right? What actually happens is that your foot applies a backward force onto the ground, and the ground reacts with an equal opposite force on your foot. Now, since you applied force backward and the opposing force is forward, the opposing force pushes you in the direction you want to go. How does Iron Man use this? Well, we know how he uses it, because he's a genius physicist, amongst other things. This means that he definitely used the third law as reference while making his suit. And boy, did he. His boots work like rockets. They apply an immensely strong pushing force on the air. The air exerts an equal opposite force on his boots, which propel him forward. However, this isn't the only place Newton helps him. You might remember that his first few flight tests are quite unstable, and he destroys quite a few very expensive cars. He then adds his repulsor gloves. What do his gloves do? Being repulsors, they repel. They apply a repulsive force to the air around them, and the air applies an equal opposite force on the gloves, with which he can then move around to adjust his flying direction. And that's how Sir Isaac Newton understood jetpacks. You have been watching another episode of Super Science. This is the show where I show you how superheroes use physics, and you absorb this information and become a physics master yourself. Don't forget to like, subscribe, read comics, and watch movies. Super Science out!